Charlotte drops a royal bombshell during the coronation after Camilla scolds Catherine. No one thought Charlotte would just say this. The royal family, but also the royal watchers, were at a loss for words. What should have been a day of unity and celebration for the royal family instead unveiled simmering tensions and a dramatic twist that no one saw coming. The coronation of King Charles III was not just a royal ceremony, it was a grand spectacle meant to symbolize the seamless continuation of the British monarchy. Held within the historic Westminster Abbey, the event combined centuries-old traditions with subtle nods to the modern age. The grandeur of the occasion was unmistakable, golden regalia gleamed under flickering candlelight, while the towering arches of the abbey echoed with the resounding voices of a full choir singing ancient hymns from all corners of the world. Dignitaries and prominent figures gathered to witness the historic moment of Charles's ascension to the throne. After decades as heir apparent, the monarchy's enduring influence on the global stage was underscored by the presence of representatives from countless nations. Outside the abbey, the streets of London were lined with jubilant crowds, their cheers and chants audible even within the hallowed walls as the royal procession entered the abbey. All eyes turned toward the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, who were accompanied by their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Their presence emphasized the future of the monarchy, a symbol of continuity and stability in a family whose recent history had been marked by turbulence. Prince George, dressed with the dignity befitting his position, took on a formal role as one of King Charles's pages of honor. His youthful determination was evident as he walked with purpose, representing the monarchy's legacy in the making. Beside him, Princess Charlotte displayed a quiet elegance that belied her young age. Her composed demeanor, paired with her innate poise, captivated onlookers. Even the youngest of the family, Prince Louis, managed to charm the crowd despite the solemnity of the occasion. The entrance of the Wales family highlighted a carefully curated image of unity and tradition. Yet beneath the surface, subtle signs hinted at deeper, unspoken tensions within the royal household. This undercurrent of strain became more evident as the event unfolded, setting the stage for a drama that no one could have anticipated. While the coronation celebrated the official rise of King Charles III, it also marked a significant milestone for Camilla, now crowned as Queen Consort. Her central role in the ceremony was both a testament to her elevated status and a spotlight on her contested journey within the royal family. For decades, Camilla's place in the monarchy had been a source of controversy, steeped in both public scrutiny and private contention. Although she had gradually earned a degree of public acceptance, her integration into the royal family remained anything but seamless. The path to becoming Queen Consort was fraught with challenges for Camilla. The shadow of Princess Diana, revered as the people's princess, loomed large over the monarchy. For many in the public, Diana's tragic story is inextricably linked to Camilla, whose long-standing relationship with Charles faced harsh judgment even after years of service to the crown and efforts to redefine her public image. Camilla's role as Queen Consort has often been seen as a symbol of division rather than unity. This tension was reflected in her interactions with senior royals, particularly Catherine, Princess of Wales, during the coronation. From the outset of the ceremony, the underlying complexities of Camilla's relationships were on display. Observers noted that her interactions with Catherine seemed distant, even strained. Fleeting glances, stilted smiles, and terse exchanges between the two women hinted at unresolved issues, underscoring the delicate balance of power within the royal household. Despite her outward confidence and regal demeanor, Camilla's interactions betrayed a subtle but palpable discord. The carefully orchestrated image of unity among the royals was fraying at the edges. For Catherine, the tension was equally pronounced. As the wife of Prince William and future Queen Consort, Catherine has long been viewed as the steady and relatable figure within the royal family. Her calm, composed presence has won her widespread admiration, making her a symbol of stability and modernity. However, the coronation revealed the challenges she faces in maintaining this image amid the shifting dynamics of the royal hierarchy. Once seen as the family's future matriarch, Catherine now appeared to be navigating a delicate role alongside Camilla's growing prominence. Camilla's ascension to Queen Consort had not only elevated her status but also shifted the balance of influence within the family. This new reality was especially challenging for Catherine, whose role as the anchor of the younger generation seemed subtly contested. The coronation amplified these tensions, with onlookers noting the unspoken conflict that simmered beneath the grandeur of the event. As the ceremony reached one of its most solemn junctures, with King Charles seated upon the throne, all eyes turned to the royal family amid the dazzling display of regalia and ritual. An unexpected ripple of discord emerged. Lip readers and sharp-eyed observers caught a pivotal moment of confrontation. Camilla, with a subtle but unmistakable gesture toward Princess Charlotte, allegedly directed Catherine to take her. The words, though simple, carried significant weight in the context of the event. Camilla's tone and body language suggested more than a desire for decorum. They hinted at an assertion of authority in the midst of a high-pressure moment. Her regal confidence had an edge, as if asserting her role not only as queen consort but as a figure of command within the royal family. Catherine's response, however, was equally telling. Ever composed, she acknowledged Camilla's directive with a measured nod and gently redirected Charlotte's attention. While outwardly calm, those close to the scene noted a flicker of tension in Catherine's expression, a fleeting but unmistakable sign of strain. This was not the first time such a dynamic had unfolded between Camilla and Catherine. Past moments of discord offered a revealing backdrop to their interactions. During Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, Camilla had allegedly scolded Catherine over Charlotte's behavior after the young princess cried out following a playful pinch from her brother, Prince George. Lip readers reported that Camilla sternly instructed Catherine to take her, much like during the coronation. These brief but significant incidents painted a picture of a step-grandmother asserting her authority in ways that some perceived as overstepping her bounds. The history between Camilla and Catherine added depth to these moments. Over the years, their relationship had been marked by subtle power plays and clashing priorities. Camilla's rise to queen consort, while supported by Charles and the institution, had introduced new complexities. Catherine, who had long been the family's steadying presence and embodiment of its future, found herself navigating a more delicate role. These tensions, simmering under the surface, came to a head during the coronation. The atmosphere within Westminster Abbey became increasingly charged as the ceremony progressed. The moment of Camilla's scolding served as a catalyst, drawing attention to the fractures within the royal family. The silent dynamics between Camilla, Catherine, and Charlotte spoke volumes, leaving onlookers to speculate about the deeper conflicts shaping the monarchy's future. For many, the coronation was not just a celebration of continuity and tradition but a rare glimpse into the complexities of the royal family's inner workings. Camilla's central role, Catherine's poised response, and Charlotte's quiet presence collectively reflected the evolving dynamics of a family at the intersection of history and modernity. While the spotlight of the coronation largely remained on King Charles III, Princess Charlotte, just 8 years old, quietly captured the attention of onlookers with her maturity and grace. Amid the tense exchange between Camilla and Catherine, Charlotte's reaction stood out as a moment of quiet resilience that spoke volumes. Unlike what might be expected from a child under intense public scrutiny, Charlotte displayed composure well beyond her years. She briefly glanced at her mother, a calm expression radiating reassurance, as if to signal that she was in control of the situation, yet laden with the poise and self-assurance that seemed to define her demeanor that day. Even as the moment unfolded under the watchful eyes of the world, Charlotte demonstrated a remarkable understanding of its gravity. She neither shrank from the pressure nor let the charged atmosphere unsettle her. Instead, her composed response added an air of quiet authority to her presence, setting her apart as a figure of interest amidst the day's grander proceedings. The events took a dramatic turn as the royal family prepared to rise for a ceremonial bow to King Charles. It was during this crucial moment, designed to symbolize unity and reverence, that Charlotte made a subtle, yet powerful move that would later be described as a royal bombshell. As the family stood, Charlotte paused deliberately, her small frame emanating quiet determination. She leaned toward her mother and spoke softly but resolutely. Lip readers speculated that her words were, "I'll do it," but not for her. The act that followed was as graceful as it was intentional. Charlotte stepped forward and bowed elegantly to King Charles, fulfilling the ceremonial expectation with precision. However, what struck observers was her refusal to acknowledge Camilla, the queen consort, a break from the established tradition that required deference to both the king and his consort. Though subtle, the deliberate omission sent shock waves through Westminster Abbey. For those attuned to the nuances of royal protocol, it was immediately apparent that Charlotte's actions were not a mere oversight or hesitation. They carried the weight of deliberate defiance, reframing the dynamics of the moment. Seasoned attendees and royal observers were quick to grasp the significance of what had transpired. A senior diplomat described the moment as the quietest yet loudest statement I've ever witnessed. The precision with which Charlotte executed her gesture left little doubt about her intent. One historian, renowned for their expertise in royal protocol, remarked, "For an 8-year-old to act with such poise and awareness in a moment of such magnitude is extraordinary." She knew exactly what she was doing, and so did everyone else in that room. The immediate reactions to Charlotte's actions were telling. Catherine, ever the composed and protective matriarch, placed a reassuring hand on her daughter's shoulder, her subtle smile signaling silent approval and support. Her calm demeanor contrasted sharply with the ripple of shock that had begun to spread through the ABY. Prince William, seated nearby, momentarily broke his stoic royal facade, his eyes betraying a flicker of surprise, though he quickly resumed his composed posture. Insiders later revealed that William privately described Charlotte as her mother's daughter. Camilla, on the other hand, was visibly taken aback. Her previously confident smile tightened into a strained expression, and her posture grew less assured. Eyewitnesses noted how her frequent glances toward Catherine seemed to convey a silent expectation, perhaps for intervention or acknowledgement, but none came. Catherine's silence was as powerful as Charlotte's gesture, reinforcing the notion that this was a moment for her daughter to own. For Camilla, the realization of what had unfolded appeared to sink in slowly, leaving her visibly shaken in contrast to her earlier air of authority. The impact of Charlotte's actions extended far beyond the ABY's vaulted walls. Footage of the moment, captured from multiple angles, quickly circulated in the media. Journalists and commentators dissected every detail, from Charlotte's whispered words to her deliberate pause and the ensuing dynamics within the royal family. Some framed the act as a reflection of Charlotte's upbringing, crediting William and Catherine for instilling in their children a sense of personal agency and integrity. Others viewed it as a symbolic rejection of Camilla's authority, an assertion of individuality in the face of royal hierarchy. Public reactions were equally divided. Many praised Charlotte for her courage and composure, hailing her as a symbol of the monarchy's evolving identity. To some, her actions represented a refreshing departure from rigid tradition, signaling a future in which even the youngest members of the royal family could express themselves with authenticity. Others, however, questioned the implications of her defiance, viewing it as a potential reflection of deeper fractures within the royal household. What began as a day to celebrate King Charles's ascension to the throne was ultimately overshadowed by the poised actions of a young princess. Charlotte's deliberate gesture became the defining narrative of the coronation, eclipsing even the grandeur of the ceremony itself. It was a moment that signaled a profound shift, not only in the public's perception of the royal family but also in the internal dynamics that would shape its future. For Charlotte, the day marked her emergence as a figure of interest and influence within the royal family. Her actions demonstrated a remarkable ability to navigate the weight of tradition and expectation while asserting her individuality. For Catherine and William, it was a testament to their modern approach to parenting, one that emphasizes emotional intelligence and integrity within the constraints of royal duty. For Camilla, however, it underscored the challenges of asserting her authority in a family where power and influence are constantly being renegotiated. Charlotte's moment of defiance resonated as both a statement of personal strength and a glimpse into the evolving dynamics of the monarchy. It redefined the narrative of the coronation, turning what should have been a straightforward celebration into a moment of unexpected intrigue and lasting significance. Princess Charlotte's bold yet subtle act of defiance brought long-standing tensions within the royal family into sharp focus. As the second child of the Prince and Princess of Wales, Charlotte occupies a unique position within the monarchy. Often referred to as the spare, her role comes with its own complexities. Historically, spares have struggled to carve out distinct identities within the royal framework, often overshadowed by their elder siblings destined for the throne. However, Charlotte's actions at the coronation demonstrated a maturity and self-awareness that suggested she was already shaping her own path. Her composed rebellion was not just a response to the immediate situation, but a reflection of her upbringing. William and Catherine's modern approach to parenting has emphasized emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and personal integrity, even within the constraints of royal tradition. This foundation has allowed Charlotte to navigate high-pressure situations with a grace far beyond her years. Charlotte's relationship with Camilla, however, remains less defined. While public moments of warmth between the two have been documented, the familial bond lacks the closeness and ease seen with the relatives. Camilla's late entry into the family and her status as a step-grandmother have likely influenced these dynamics. The coronation provided a glimpse into the subtle but significant distance between them, a gap that may only widen as Charlotte continues to assert herself. Charlotte's actions cannot be fully understood without considering the historical backdrop of the royal family. The legacy of Princess Diana looms large, particularly in the relationships between King Charles, Camilla, and the Wales family. For many, Diana remains an irreplaceable figure, and her memory continues to shape public perceptions of the monarchy. This has inevitably influenced Catherine and William's approach to raising their children as they strive to honor Diana's legacy while navigating the complexities of royal life. Camilla's journey to Queen Consort has been fraught with challenges, including public skepticism and familial resistance. Her integration into the royal family has required navigating delicate relationships, particularly with William and Catherine. The coronation brought these tensions to the forefront, as Camilla's assertiveness clashed with Catherine's quiet but steady influence. This dynamic reflects broader shifts within the family as the younger generation takes on increasingly prominent roles. Charlotte's poise and defiance resonated far beyond the walls of Westminster Abbey. Media outlets quickly seized on the moment, framing it as a defining narrative of the coronation. Journalists praised Charlotte for her composure, with one royal correspondent writing, "In a single gesture, Charlotte reminded everyone that even the youngest members of the family have a voice." Public reactions were equally revealing. Many saw Charlotte's actions as a sign of strength and individuality, traits that set her apart within the traditionally restrained world of royalty. Others viewed her defiance as a reflection of the broader modernization efforts championed by William and Catherine. In contrast, some critics framed the incident as a symbol of the growing fractures within the monarchy, highlighting the challenges faced by Camilla in asserting her authority. The incident also sparked conversations about the future of the royal family. Charlotte's ability to navigate complex dynamics at such a young age suggested she could play a pivotal role in redefining the monarchy's image. Her actions, while subtle, signaled a shift toward a more individualistic and modern approach to royal duties, one that values personal integrity alongside tradition. For Camilla, the coronation marked a turning point. While her rise to Queen Consort symbolized her growing prominence, the incident with Charlotte exposed the limitations of her authority within the family. For Catherine, the moment reinforced her reputation as a stabilizing force within the royal family. Her composed response to Camilla's scolding and her quiet support of Charlotte underscored her ability to balance tradition with her responsibilities as a mother. This dual role has become a hallmark of Catherine's approach, earning her admiration both within and outside the family. Charlotte's actions, meanwhile, marked the beginning of her emergence as a distinct and influential figure. Her willingness to challenge norms and assert herself suggested a potential to redefine what it means to be a royal in the modern era. As second in line to the throne, she carries a unique responsibility, and her ability to navigate these complexities with grace will undoubtedly shape her future role. The atmosphere inside Westminster Abbey shifted noticeably after Princess Charlotte's poised defiance. What had begun as a solemn celebration of tradition transformed into a moment layered with tension and intrigue. While the ceremony itself continued without disruption, those in attendance observed subtle changes in demeanor among the key players. Camilla, who had entered the coronation with a confident and regal presence befitting her new title as Queen Consort, appeared visibly unsettled after the incident. Eyewitnesses described her once assured smile as strained and noted a reserved demeanor in her interactions with both Catherine and King Charles. The ripple effects of Charlotte's actions were undeniable, leaving Camilla to grapple with the weight of the unspoken message conveyed by the young princess. Catherine's composed calm during and after the incident earned silent admiration from attendees. Her ability to simultaneously reassure Charlotte and maintain her poise under scrutiny contrasted sharply with Camilla's more direct and confrontational approach. For many, Catherine's response reaffirmed her reputation as a stabilizing force within the royal family. Charlotte, for her part, seemed unfazed by the tension she had inadvertently highlighted. her demeanor throughout the remainder of the ceremony remained a testament to the maturity and self-awareness that had defined her earlier actions. For onlookers, it was clear that Charlotte's moment of defiance was not impulsive but deliberate, a statement that would resonate well beyond the Abbey's walls. The fallout from the coronation incident cast a renewed spotlight on Camilla's position as queen consort. Her rise to prominence had long been a subject of debate, with critics questioning her place within the royal family and the broader monarchy. For those who viewed her role as contentious, Charlotte's defiance served as a symbolic repudiation of Camilla's authority, a reminder that respect within the royal family must be earned, not assumed. Insiders speculated that the incident would complicate Camilla's efforts to assert her influence, particularly as Catherine and her children solidify their roles within the monarchy. The contrast between Camilla's perceived overreach and Catherine's quiet dignity only heightened the public scrutiny of the queen consort's leadership style. For Catherine, the coronation incident highlighted her dual role as a mother and future queen consort. Her subtle but effective handling of the situation demonstrated her ability to navigate complex family dynamics while prioritizing her children's emotional well-being. By supporting Charlotte without undermining her daughter's assertiveness, Catherine struck a delicate balance that has become a hallmark of her approach to royal life. Charlotte's actions underscored the strength of her bond with her mother. The confidence and grace she displayed reflected the values instilled in her by Catherine and William, an upbringing that prioritizes emotional intelligence and integrity within the framework of royal tradition. This foundation will likely serve Charlotte well as she continues to navigate her unique role within the family. The coronation marked a turning point for Princess Charlotte, solidifying her status as a young royal to watch. Her composed defiance not only shifted the focus of the day but also hinted at her potential to redefine what it means to be a member of the monarchy in the modern era. While her elder brother, Prince George, is destined for the throne, Charlotte's actions demonstrated that she, too, has a significant role to play in shaping the monarchy's future. Observers noted the stark contrast between the traditional expectations of royal protocol and Charlotte's willingness to challenge those norms. Her actions were a clear statement that even the youngest members of the royal family have a voice, and they are unafraid to use it when the moment calls for it. The coronation of King Charles III will undoubtedly be remembered as a historic moment for the monarchy, yet it was the drama unfolding behind the scenes that left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. Charlotte's poised defiance, Catherine's unwavering composure, and Camilla's visible discomfort revealed the complex dynamics at play within the royal family. For Camilla, the road ahead will be challenging as she seeks to reinforce her authority without alienating key members of the family. For Catherine and Charlotte, the incident has only strengthened their bond and solidified their reputations as forces of stability and change, respectively. As the monarchy continues to evolve in the face of modern pressures, the events of the coronation offer a glimpse of the future, a future shaped by the delicate balance of tradition, individuality, and the shifting dynamics of a family under the world's watchful eye.